Welcome to part 4 of this video series of this 2024 Corvette that was delivered by the Corvette Museum. This part 4 is going to focus on ceramic coating the wheels, the barrels of the wheels, and the calipers. Hi again, everybody. John from Knight and Shining Armor Paint Correction, Ceramic Coatings, and Detailing. If you've been watching this series, this is part 4. As you can see here, this is about to be a wheels-off coating package. The socket that we're using is encased in plastic so we don't scratch the wheels. The vehicle has been sitting in our shop for a little over a week. We're going to use a waterless wash to get any of the dust that's accrued from polishing and just being in here off. Got to flip it around and do the barrel as well. And we're using the new Fireball waterless wash to clean these wheels. I really liked it. Seemed to work really well. And even though these wheels are brand new on a 6-mile car, at a minimum, they are going to get a cleaner polish. It'll bring out the gloss, clarity, and reflection in these black wheels. And this is the second time I've seen something like this on a new Corvette. But in the process of inspecting the barrel of these wheels, we noticed that the insides were deeply scratched and gouged. And it was shocking to me because this thing has never been to a dealer. It's never been driven on the street. And this is not the first time I've seen this. So we documented all this, notified the customer. With all the footage I have of these wheels, I may make a future video and document it all for all the future Corvette buyers or the ones that have bought Corvettes and don't know that these possibly are in their wheels. It's really sad that you buy a $100,000 car and the wheels come this mucked up, for a lack of a better way to put it.
Just some polish. I didn't get all the way off.
Ridiculous. But back to the part of this video that deals with coating the wheels. As I stated earlier, at a minimum, they're going to get a cleaner polish. We do that at a real low speed to get the wheel face and the lip of the wheel. Then we'll take the pad off and get in the nooks and crannies with the cleaner polish. With these intricate wheels like this, they can be a real interesting chore to try and polish. And being black, we didn't want to use any kind of, rotary tool on a cable. We didn't want a chance of swirling or putting buffer trails in brand new wheels, especially black ones. So we felt this was the best method to go about it. And just like with a vehicle coating, you're going to have to use a panel prep to remove any of the polishing, oils, or residue that may be left behind from polishing. We do this in all the nooks and crannies and pockets for the studs or lug nuts, as well as the barrel. Got to panel prep the barrel as well. And for these wheels, we are using Blue Collar 6 wheel coating. It was developed by our friend over at Brian at Apex Detail. Brian's got an extensive YouTube channel, and his shop is growing. He just moved into a new shop, so it's great to see friends of ours doing well. This coating is thick and viscous. It was a little grabby to put on, but it was very easy to work with. No complaints. I'm going to do the backs of the wheel, the barrel, and around 70 degrees, why there was no rush to wipe the transfer solution off. We just took our time. Wheels are very intricate sometimes like these. 2 coating towels, just like for the exterior. And for anyone that's new to the channel or new to coatings, you may ask what that wheel is on. That wheel is on a wheel stand that is meant to spin. So when you're polishing and coating wheels, you can just spin it around. I remember the days when we didn't have one, and they are a godsend to have one. We can figure out how to have space for another one. We're probably going to get a second. Going to do the same thing to the wheel face here. Apply the coating. You're going to use the larger microfiber to apply to the wheel lip and the wheel face. And then we're going to use a micro suede cloth to get in to the gaps where the studs and lug nuts go, and in between each spoke, and in the nooks and crannies. By the time we get done applying the coating, getting all the nooks and crannies and crevices, it's time to wipe it off. And like with all the other videos in this series, the video is sped up to keep time at a minimum as best we can. This entire video, except for where I show the scratches and defects in the barrels of the wheels, is sped up 2 times. Once the wheel faces and barrels are done, it's time to move on to the calipers while the wheel's off. It's going to get the waterless wash treatment as well. We're going to give it a cleaner polish step as well, and then a panel prep, and then apply the coating. And when we go to polish wheels and calipers, we generally pick a polishing pad that's near the end of its life, because it may get cut up a little bit or torn. That way, if you nick up a pad, it isn't a brand new one, it's one that was nearing the end of its life. It's generally not that big of a deal. Like I mentioned, we're going to panel prep the caliper as well. Remove any of those polishing oils or residue. Like I mentioned in part 2, I believe it was, there's a very specific process when getting ready to coat a vehicle or a caliper or a wheel or a windshield or glass or whatever it might be. And if you skip any of those steps, your coating will fail. 9 times out of 10, when you have a coating failure, it's due to installer error or missing a step or not doing it properly. Once we get the caliper coated, we'll put the wheel back on, and we'll go ahead and dress the tire very carefully with the coating being fresh. And for that, we're going to use Fireball Janus, which actually has pearl in the dressing itself. If you have any questions about ceramic coatings or any of the services we offer, please reach out to us at info@KnightAutoPCD.com. You could call or text the office here at 440-340-8657. Once again, my name is John. This is part 4. Part 5 should drop in the next couple days. We will see you in the next video.